And in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. First carry for James Conner. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Throwing now is Murray. And this will be swung out here for Conner. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Murray's going to keep this. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. The 30. 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play off. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Rolling to his... Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down in the end zone for 2 points.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Jackson going to run again. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Murray now. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. They'll try and throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Murray a give. This is counter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Now, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 46 yards. And the Cardinals strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And he hits Drake. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Murray getting this complete to Connor. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Murray now to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to...
Touchdown, Cardinals! James Conner as the first half is winding down. And the Cards will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right...
And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they're
taking it right down Broadway. 30, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds it deep.
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll throw from the gun. His throw incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Murray going to hold on to it once more. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.